Always starting a video with a sip of coffee. This is my second. This is decaf, but second cup. I also feel like I need to touch up my lips. Let me just use one of my makeup project pans, which I don't use it that often. You probably don't want to see this at all actually, and that's very fair. If you hear noises, most likely it's Emma. She's downstairs enjoying her video. For some reason she's really into it at the moment. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rena. If you're new here, then welcome. Today I have brought you with 6 sunscreen that I tried out recently, or 6 like this, a bit more symmetrical, to share with you guys about my thoughts on them, whether I recommend, ingredients are behind. We are talking about Australian sunscreen, Korean sunscreens, also popular good molecules. It's like the Western sunscreens, and there are chemical, mineral, combination, SPF30, 50 here and there. So without further ado, let's just dive into today's videos. If you like sunscreen reviews, I've done a whole bunch of sunscreen reviews in not say many years, but definitely for a few years now. So I'll leave the sunscreen link somewhere. Every thumbnail got all the sunscreen that I review, so you can go through them to see if you already got something you're wondering and I've already reviewed. Starting with Australian sunscreen, can't not say no to trying out an Australian sunscreen. I have tried out this We Are Feel Good Ink Sensitive Sunscreen Lotion SPF50 PA. I've got the 75ml cream, and this is their travel size. So their full size is a 200ml if I remember correctly. This one retails for $19.95, which I think the price is okay. It says it's up to 4 hours water resistant, Australian owned and made brand that is fragrance free, BPA free, paraben free, whole bunch of oxybenzyl free, a lot of those harsh chemicals free, and it's suitable for babies over 6 months as well. So it's one of those sunscreen you can use it for everyone. It is a chemical sunscreen, so we have the classic UVA and UVB chemical filters, and I found the UVB filter they use in this one is a UVNOT 150, which if you remember my last sunscreen review, a lot of the Australian sunscreen now using the UVNOT 150 for UVB because it's a very good filter and it's a new generation formula and approved by TGA here in Australia, and it seems to be working really well. So I love even the most affordable ones are using it, which also make me think, why are they not using some other good UVA filters instead of just the classic? I know the TGA regulation pretty restricted here. Some might say they're a bit of like delay, as in they don't update as frequently. I was just browsing it the other day. There's still a lot of ingredients, they're kind of still pending. So hopefully when things get around, we could have more the European new generation chemical filters, especially for UVA, to be added onto the list that can be used in Australian sunscreen, and we can use them. But you got that covered in some other sunscreens if you purchase overseas, so that's still fine in general speaking. Like I said, it's a broad spectrum SPF50 PA, so I'm pretty happy with all the UVA and UVB protection rates here. It is a lotion texture, so when you squeeze it out, it's quite runny, but it's quite oily. It's one of those sunscreen, if I sit it for too long, I have to shake it before I use, otherwise it gets separated, and that's very common in Australian sunscreen or Western sunscreen in my opinion. It feels really moisturizing, but it definitely feels shiny afterwards. When I use it, I just feel like the old days when I first using sunscreen, when I first testing sunscreen from Australia or from the Western world. It's that typical sunscreen feeling. So it's nothing bad, but it's definitely nothing wowed me. I feel like if I use it on my body, I'll have less complaint, because on my face there are so many other things going on prior to sunscreen and makeup and, you know, here and there afterwards. So I want my face to have the perfect base for makeup, or even just look perfect after applying sunscreen, and this one might not be it. Therefore, I would say if you enjoy this brand as want to support Australian brand, try the bigger version, try the smaller version for the body, and if you like it, buy the bigger version and maybe spare the face for some other products. Another very interesting one is this Frudia derivative from Fruit SPF50 PA+++ tone up base sun cream. With all the Korean ones, I'll leave a link where I can find the purchases, which most of them are from Yesstyle. If they have available links from Stylevana, I will link them down below as well. Yes, with Yesstyle, I do have a referral code which I think getting you 3 to 5% discount is YESRENA. If you got someone else's you want to use, you want to support, I always find one of the YouTubers I like and support it as possible. So I save a little bit and they get a little bit of commission. I do get commission, but I don't know what's the rate, like 1 or 2% or something. I was saying this because I want to mention the price point is usually a generalized rough price point, because everywhere, every now and then, whether they have sales or not, the price is different. So this one is roughly under $20 for 50 gram, and I think that's pretty good considering it's an overseas Korean sunscreen. This one claims to be a 3-in-1 or multi-purpose cream, makeup base. It can be used as a sunscreen, and it has a nice lightweight smooth texture, and it also has this naturally brightening effect. It's definitely whitening in my personal opinion, and brightening is actually something Asian beauty was trying to achieve a lot of the times. We have some fake whitening cream or fake brightening cream just to light up your yellow tones so it looks a bit more the whiter side. We prefer it that way, just like how people like to tan here as well. About the ingredient, I can see it has dimethicone and there is methicone as well, but the chemical ingredients in here is the titanium dioxide. It's on the 3rd of their ingredient list. I don't know the concentration, but that gives me a promising sort of feeling. We also have niacinamide here for that brightening purpose with a whole bunch of fruit extract oil. Including mango, apricot, grape seed, tomato seed. Not limited to these, but these are the some that I picked up as I was reading the ingredient list. They also have some chemical filters here, so it's a combination of both chemical and mineral ingredient. What I found is interesting is on their gallery about the description, it says it has brightening effect. It's a sunscreen and it's also anti-wrinkle. And I was like, where is this anti-aging? Turns out they have a fruit extract that is as a natural vitamin C. We've been through this before, guys, and that is not acceptable. So I used the product first and then I went for ingredient. Obviously that diminished a few points whether I recommend it or not. However, the sunscreen from this, because it has the whitening purpose, is just so much. Literally, I feel like I would enjoy much better if they didn't add the whitening into it, but they did. So to me, it's a really good brightening primer if I just use a pea size, but you know we're not using pea size on the face. So when I use it a whole bunch on my face, it streaks and it peels. That dimethicone with titanium dioxide or other ingredients here, they're just like so pasty, so powdery already. I did not like it. It creases into around my nose and everything, so I really didn't like it. I actually think it caused a white cast. I don't know if because they added in or because the titanium dioxide within already. Therefore, I would not recommend it for sure, that I can say this straight away. Talking about something I would recommend, let's talk about Purito. I've got the Purito Daily Go-To Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF50 PA 4 pluses. It claims to be a weightless and scentless sunscreen. It has 60 ml in the bottle. It retails range from $25 to $35 where I can find online. And again, it's a both chemical and a mineral filter sunscreen, a nice combination. It says it's also having a fast absorbing rate and it's hypoallergic, coral reef safe. I like all these claims here, especially in Australia. Coral reef safe is very important. A lot of things do all have this claims. It's just not each individual product is so easy to be found. So I actually like them to point it out loud. So, you know, if you're going out, you just know what products you're purchasing, whether you support it or not, you're helping the environment or not. What I found about this one is just like everything it claims to be, it achieved. So I don't feel deceived and I don't have false hopes. It's super lightweight, nice lotion texture, no scent, absorbed into my skin, no trouble. I love it used on my face. It's like a moisturizer and it's one of those lightweighted ones. I didn't have to wait and set, and in the morning everyone is in a rush. Well, at least for me, I'm always in a rush whether I'm going to work or not. I'm always late for the first thing in the morning. So I like this so much that I don't have any pressure while I'm using it, and it's give me SPF50 PA4 pluses, so really high UVA and UVB spectrum protection. The only thing I didn't realize is they didn't say if it's waterproof, so it's something to keep in mind if you're gonna go super sweaty. But for day in, day out, going out, walking dogs, shopping, grocery, go to work, finish from work, I think it's brilliant. And the price can be pricey if it's $35, but $25 with discount, so you're getting it less than $20. I do think it's a really good one. And Purito was a brand that really popular and they've gone through their up and downs. I do really trust them, as in I think a brand, if they've gone through those really critical moments, they will be much cautious and much better second time around. So if you are staying away Purito because of the brand history, I would say give it a second chance, see how you feel this time. I do have one that I want to quickly mention but not go into too much detail because they recently reformulated it. And that's something I like about Korean brand. Like the Purito one, they've reformulated it, so they improved a whole bunch. Same as this one. This is the Rovectin, I think it's the brand. Skin Essential Aqua Soothing UV Protector, SPF50 PA++++, 4 pluses as well. It says it's an advanced formula, hypoallergic, non-chemical filter. So this one is a mineral ingredient only sunscreen containing both zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. So I was thinking this one's going to be so pasty, will not like it, definitely not enjoy. I actually found it's much better than I expected. There's no white cast that I see straight away. There is some time, as in you have to really work into it because of the mineral ingredient, but it's much better than I expected. And they've even improved it, updated to zinc oxide only as their ingredient. I guess that really improves the experience as well. But even with this, I was really happy about it, considering, say, mineral ingredient only sunscreen. They've also added in a whole bunch of other types of ingredients to improve the skin hydration. And there's something they called anti-pollution ingredient, and it's their own trademark. It's called Stop. I don't know how much about this, but the idea of this ingredient is to protect from fine dusts getting onto your skin or into your skin. I like the idea, but I don't know how much we're actually getting from it. But nevertheless, they've done something themselves only for the brand, and that means they put some work into it, I hope. On the website, on the gallery, it says it's a brightening skin, improve wrinkles and fine lines. So therefore, it kind of reminds me of the Frudia, because I can see niacinamide and dimethicone in it as well. But like I said, the experience was much better than Frudia. It's also free from parabens, mineral oils, artificial fragrances, and coloring. That doesn't mean they don't have any fragrance, but I didn't notice anything myself. But there's no artificial fragrance added in. I don't want to say too much about it, but I want to mention it as in, even with the old formula, I was pretty happy. And I feel like when they only do zinc oxide, the formula can only get even better with experience. So next time around, if I was happen to purchase something, I might pick that one up because I feel like I might like it even more. It's really hard to find a mineral sunscreen only from the Korean market. Not these days, it's so much easier. When I first started reviewing Korean sunscreens or Asian sunscreen, most of them are chemical filter only. Last year, I've reviewed a few make prem product because I got sent it by Stylevana, which I was really grateful. I was hoping I could have a code to work with them so I can give you guys some discount, and apparently I don't think they feel like I am in their influencer group anymore, so I never heard anything from them. I tried to reach out, just nothing get back from me. Anyway, this was one of the sunscreen I think received from them, or maybe I got it from the advent calendar, but I know the brand Make Prem from Stylevana, and I was really grateful, like I said. This is their light and refreshing sun essence with full moisture, SPF50 PA 4+. I tried 2 previously and reviewed, and they were just okay. None of them was my favorite, but this one appears to be much better. It retails for $30 each for 50 ml. Again, I think the price point can get a bit better. Definitely waited for sale. Speaking of Stylevana discount code, I do have a link if you're the first time using it, so you can get discount. So all the details will be in the description down below. I'll try to make sure, and if you open up the tab, there's a whole bunch of other codes that you can use. So hopefully saves you a bit money. And then Stylevana, Yesstyle, I think they both participate in cash rewards or shop back, which I have those codes as well. If you use that, you get a bit of extra shop money back. So you know, trying everything to get some savings. This one says to have 73% of moisture essence in the sunscreen. So it's really nice, like a cream lotion moisturizer type of sunscreen. And it's formulated with water retention technology. See? All the brands start having their high tech behind it. That is everyone trying to stand out from others. And it's meant to be protect the skin barrier and then protect, obviously hydrating your skin as well. So the actual ingredient or the key ingredient of this technology is moringa seed extract and mineral oil. So I guess it's a boosting and a sealing. I don't particularly think it's a bad combination, but it hasn't got something I was like, wow, that is so good. I do like how they have the description as being water retention technology. That sounds really fancy, and I was really into the whole name of it. It claims to be a non-sticky refresh finish and is hypoallergenic and fragrance free. This is a pure chemical sunscreen, so we don't have those zinc oxide or titanium dioxide. We just have those classic chemical filters. What I found, it's probably because this water retention technology ages so nice. This one and the Frudia, I can use the word enjoyable while I'm using it. Lightweight, no shiny finish whatsoever. It's just no burden of using a sunscreen. You can't tell that you're using a sunscreen. It's that good. Purito has a little bit of sheer, sort of, not shiny, like a sheer finish. Not dewy, but a little bit more. This is just nothing. It's not matte, it's not glowy, it's just nothing. Like you apply nothing but a little bit of extra moisture. So I really do enjoy these two, and they're quite similar in their price point as well. So for me, it will be interchangeably whenever I get a deal, and I'll purchase that particular one over the other. But I like both just equally. Last but not the least is something that I want to review for a long time and finally get my hands onto it. This is the Good Molecules Sheer Mineral Sunscreen SPF 30. The only sunscreen that I reviewed this round that has SPF 30. I don't know if they have an SPF 50 now, but when I purchased it, this is the only sunscreen they've got. I love Good Molecules because I like their transamic, no, I didn't say the word right. The serum that I like, and therefore I was jumped into this rabbit hole of Good Molecules, kind of like The Ordinary. I do a big order every Black Friday to try their new thing, best selling products, and then give you guys feedback. And speaking of which, I need to do a video about Good Molecules as well. So if you have any recommendations from the brand, let me know. I can try it out first. I definitely have some already in my stash. I just need to use it and test it, if that makes sense. This is really affordable as a brand. Everything is super cheap and I like it. It retails for $12 US for 50 ml. You purchase directly from their website. That's how I do. It ships it all the way. It takes a while, but it's worth the money, worth the wait because it's so affordable. With the ingredient, they have a really clear label and ingredient list. It's just so easy to follow, and I went through their Q&A page for this particular product. Every single question is exactly what I'm after. They're not like play around, trying to give you some non-related, non-relevant questions. They're all onto the key points. I like it so much. This is being so smart. As for someone who, if you don't know much about skincare, you go through their page, you'll be like, I'm learning a lot straight away for the first 5 minutes, and it's not heavy knowledge, it's straightforward, give it to you. It contains 13.3% of zinc oxide, which I think from Good Molecules they definitely need to know. The zinc oxide concentration is best between 10 to 20, and I like to be around 15 to 20. I think that's good. But I was talking about SPF 50. For SPF 30, I feel like 13.3 is just like right bang on it. You can't have any less than that. They probably do it that way so they can improve the experience. This one states to have a natural finish, no white cast, but not water resistant. It is also a reef-safe vegan formula and is non-comedogenic, so it doesn't cause any clogging pores and blemishes and everything. The other thing about the ingredient, they're using non-nano zinc oxide. What I feel about this one, obviously it's not a matte finish because they said it's natural. I do think it feels oily when you first apply it. It takes time to set, and once it's set, it is a natural slash tiny shine finish. Depends on the amount, depends on your skin type as well, and the weather, whether it's so super hot that my suspicion is just coming out of it. And I've learned something recently to do a clay mask in the morning to minimize the oils, so that makes the whole application so much easier afterwards, and the finish is so much easier as well, as in so much better as well. I do found it might be slightly heavy because you have to use 2 fingertips, and there's quite a bit of like body of this sunscreen in there. Definitely an office sunscreen because it's not water soluble, and it's not water resistant, and it's only SPF 30, and because it's heavy, I don't want it to be used on the day when I'm sporty, although, you know, non-water resistance, probably avoid that to start with anyway. It just really limits me the time and day and occasions, seasons when I can use this one without feeling not well protected. I don't have any complaints about the ingredients, but I do feel like with formula and experience from Good Molecules, they probably could do better. And I'm even happy if they increase the price a little bit if they can achieve that and bring out an SPF 50 if they haven't already, because I still have high hopes. I will look out this Black Friday to see if they have one of those. And that pretty much wraps up the 6 sunscreen that I tried out recently. What do you think? Which one is your favorite after me reviewing it? Have you tried any? Leave your comments down below. And which kind of sunscreen, that brands or particular product you want me to try in the future? I would love to know, because sunscreen world has expanded, almost like exploded. And I love to be part of it, so I'm not super overwhelmed now, as in I can see what I already tried, what's not, etc. And I've been recently starting to purchase sunscreens again because my stash is finally going down to the level I can start review again. I hope you really enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to give me a like and consider subscribe down below. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Let's not forget to stay safe and stay positive. Bye!